فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان.
This dunya is nothing. All Muslims, do you agree? This dunya is nothing, and we are nothing. Don't you see? What if I tell you when you die, you will meet your Creator and you will be asked about your actions in the past life, the good and the bad deeds? Would you believe? Would you believe if I told you every time you check the news, it's always about shooting and killing and dead bodies all around? Waking up every day and see our Muslim Ummah are getting shot down. The life we're in is just a temporary life we live in. Nothing's like the hereafter. That's when the life of eternity really begins. Where some people be in hell and some people be in heaven. This life that we live in, soon it will end. You have to choose between this life and the hereafter. So choose wisely, my brothers and sisters and my non-Muslim friends. Getting close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the best thing anyone can do. If you like to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then Allah likes to meet you. And if you don't like to get close to Allah and to meet the Allah who created you, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala don't like to meet you. And inshallah, while you're living on this earth, He will disgrace you. See Allah test the people He loves and put them through trials and see if they have patience or not. And the people who has patience, those are the people who in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala they trust. The people that make time for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and go to Hajj and Umrah. See, this world is filled with fitna. This world for us Muslims, it's a prison, but for the kafirs, this world for them is Jannah. When will you wake up, O Muslim Ummah? When you will realize for us Muslims is the hereafter, and for the kafirs is this dunya. When will you open your eyes and see this life ain't for us at all? Wake up. When will you go back to Allah? This is a reminder for all of us. Allah is calling you. When will you answer the call? I hope soon, because very soon this so-called beautiful life, it would be destroyed and it will fall. O Muslim Ummah, open your eyes and look at this dunya and you will see and you will realize this time. Judgment Day is very close. Allah already showed us some of the signs. Next it will be the big major signs. When you witness those last signs, then you will see this whole time you was blind. Wake up before you go, because who knows this Friday or the next Judgment Day will come. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows. All I can tell you is the hour, it's close.
You know, we live in this dunya and we are fascinated with this dunya which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala indeed has created in a beautiful manner. We're fascinated. There are over billions of people which live on this dunya at this moment in time. Over 6 billion people that live on the dunya at this moment in time. This dunya of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so big, my young friends, that there is space in this dunya for billions and billions and billions or more people. But what is this dunya in comparison to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created out there? This dunya is insignificant. This dunya is meaningless to Allah. It means nothing. It is worthless. So worthless, compare it with the sun. The sun is one star. You know more science than me. You'll be able to tell me better. Take this planet Earth and you place it inside the sun, and you will be able to place 1.3 million Earths in the sun. 1.3 million Earths in the sun. Allahu Akbar. Allah is the greatest. The sun is one star. One star. There are stars out there which are millions of times bigger than the sun. You tell me this, that you need millions and millions of stars to make one galaxy. And then you tell me this, that there are zillions of galaxies out there. Let me tell you on top of this, my young friend, after this, whatever you see above, when you raise your head and you look above, whatever you see above, the zillions and zillions and zillions of galaxies, let me tell you, this is everything there is within the first heaven. Everything there is within the first heaven, and Allah is the creator of 7 heavens. 7 heavens. And the distance between the first heaven and the second heaven is 500 years. You know, the distance that can be covered in 500 years, at what speed? Only Allah knows. Only Allah knows. But it will take 500 years to get from the first heaven to the second heaven. 500 years from the second to the third, third to the fourth, fourth to the fifth, fifth to the sixth, sixth to the seventh. Every time it will take 500 years. After the 7 heavens, وَسِعَ كُرْسِيُّهُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. You all read the Ayatul Kursi. You all know the Ayatul Kursi. After this, you have the Kursi of Allah. You have the chair of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know these 7 heavens that we've just talked about, in comparison to the Kursi of Allah,